What's up, guys? Welcome back to Blueclouds TV. Good afternoon, good evening to everyone out there. Welcome back to Football Minutes Live, hosted by Nick Zion and Steven, brought to you by Blueclouds Media. This is the show where we talk about all things football, from the biggest matches to the latest news, transfer news, and every rumor regarding Chelsea FC Association football. What are we looking at today? We'll be looking at Mauricio Pochettino's press conference discussion, Chelsea, as we discuss Chelsea vs Sheffield United, big game tomorrow. The latest injury news, Christopher Nkunku in the news in Matsin, Georgi Petrovic, and much more in his press conference news. So we're going to look into the injury news, the likes of Reece James, Mark Cucurella, and Robert Sanchez are ruled out in tomorrow's game. And we'll be looking at the Premier League fixtures. As you know, Tottenham Hotspur and Nottingham Forest will be kicking out in a few minutes. And also we'll be looking at tomorrow's fixtures. AFC Bournemouth will be playing Luton Town. Chelsea, Sheffield United, as I just stated that earlier on. Manchester City, Crystal Palace, Newcastle United, Fulham, Burnley, Everton. Then the big game on Sunday, which will be Manchester United, Liverpool. Another big game on the weekend. Can't wait to see that. So, guys, this is what we have for you. We'll be looking at the predicted lineup, and also you have a score line, your predicted score line. So, guys, do not forget to like and share and subscribe to Blueclouds Media platform. Do not go anywhere. We'll be back in a second. Welcome back again, guys. My name is Steven. Steven and I are here. My name is Nick Zion. I'm here with Steven. We're going to take you guys through the next 30 minutes and discussing the big game, Chelsea and Sheffield United. Sheffield United, of course, quite some upset. They've come to the bridge and got some wins and goals. And then they have the man back again. They have their ex-manager back again. Are they going to cause another upset to pressure build up Mauricio Pochettino's boys? Let's see how that goes. Steven,
how you doing?
I'm doing all right. You all right?
Yeah, not bad.
Yeah, what a hectic day. What's going on in the UK right now?
Not a lot,
Anything
to be honest. New? Nah, different, same stuff, different day.
Absolutely, same stuff for different day. Yes, Steve, another big game. We've got two back-to-back losses. Another game, Sheffield United. It's another squad that will be, would I say, that always come to the bridge and cause upset one way or the other. How should we go? How should we see this game? And how should we tackle Sheffield United? Another low block team that makes it difficult for Chelsea.
I don't know, to be honest. I feel like we've had our moments against low block teams, and we just haven't taken them. You look at Brentford were kind of in a low block when we played them, but our best chances fell to Kukurea. So that's an issue. If you have someone there who couldn't actually finish a chance, and someone who's more of an attacker, then
Yeah.
you're probably 2-0 up at that point. So hopefully we can have Palmer and Sterling creating the chances. Hopefully we'll see Breuer up top, and hopefully he'll take chances if we can get him service, because we struggled to do that the other day.
Yeah. I do agree with you. I mean, Chelsea struggles against a low block team that don't have the enough quality, but I mean, they rather sit deep and then counter on Chelsea. That's when Chelsea struggle to play against those teams. But I don't see that's going to happen tomorrow. Chelsea have lost 2 games on a row, and they are willing to bounce back. And Stephen, there are certain questions that were being asked, and how Mauricio Pochettino outline or explain some of those questions. I like some of the quotes regarding how he felt like, it's a long project, and he believes that he will be successful. Whatever they're doing, he knows he's 51 years old, and he knows what he's doing. He believes the club will be successful, the team will be successful, and he will be successful at Chelsea FC. What do you make of that before we go into the other news regarding some of the injured players?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he said that it's an exciting project, and that they knew, I guess by that he means both the staff and the players, along with obviously the hierarchy in terms of directors and owners, in terms of everyone internally at the club. Knew it was going to be a bit difficult, but obviously we're like suffering a bit after 6 months. It's a good challenge, and that he's upset because he wants to be in a different position. He feels he will succeed with this team. And then he says, "You'll see. You might see I'm crazy, but we will not give up. I am not crazy. I know what I'm doing."
Yeah, what an
Which
interesting
I really liked
statement from
that, to
him.
be honest.
Yeah, I said, what an interesting statement coming from Pochettino.
Yeah, I like it. He's backing himself. He's backing the team, and he's saying to people essentially, it may look bad,
Yeah.
but we'll get there, because he knows the reality of the situation as we do, in the sense of we've not got the results, and arguably in quite a few games we've not got the results we actually deserved in the majority of those games. You look at especially the games against the bigger teams. We should have won all of those. So straight away you're picking up more points there, and then it looks almost completely different because you're further up the table at that point, and you're in a better position to fight for European places.
I agree with you, spot on. I know. Chelsea haven't had the luck like other football clubs, and also some other football clubs are trying to compare their injury situation to Chelsea. At one
Mhm.
point in time, Chelsea have a whole squad that can even start their game against any other team out of their squad injured.
Yeah, we got that now. We got about 11, 12 injuries going into this game.
That's that's too much. That's too much of an injury. Let me acknowledge. Big up to you, KFC, watching us live on YouTube, and also if you're watching us live on Facebook, Blueclouds Media, and also Twitter X, Blueclouds Media. Thank you for doing that. You can share your comments and also send your comments in regarding the big game against Sheffield United, and also other interesting game on Sunday. Manchester United will be playing Liverpool. Let me know your thoughts on that game, and also if you're a Chelsea fan, if you have your predicted lineup against the big game on our big game tomorrow. Chelsea have lost 2 games in a row. Can Sheffield United make a trip to the bridge and cause another upset? Let me know what you make of it, and let me know what you make of our injury situation. So find your predicted lineup in the comment section below. Thank you very much, and I'll take my time to read them out as I'm here with my co-host Steven. We'll sit down and try to give you our honest opinion and give you guys a better answer to your question. And also, like I said, we're building a very, very huge community over here, and we want you to be part of it. So do not hesitate. Like and subscribe to the Blue Clouds Media channel and follow us on X. Thank you very much for doing that. Stephen, we're going to move on from that. And also, there was a question asked, and I knew that question a while ago regarding Rhys James hosting a Christmas party for the players after our last game when we lost the game. But Mauricio Pochettino, declared that, or he said that he's aware of that party
Mhm.
that took on after the game because it creates some kind of a bond and unity to the team, so they can ask themselves questions, they can get to know each other very well, although we lost the game. So he's aware of it. What's your thoughts on that?
Um, yeah, I mean, he was talking about an event that happened after the defeat on Sunday,
Yeah, yeah,
but he also hosted another one at Cobham. I think yesterday they had the partners in. They had I think some of the academy in as well to sort of like build connections within the club and everything like that. So he sort of hosted something yesterday which had staff, the academy, and pretty much everyone within the club, I think, was there. It's nice. I mean, he basically did a very similar thing when he first came. If you remember, when he first joined, he did like a little barbecue thing
yeah.
and stuff to sort of get to know everyone. So it's obviously something that he's done before, and he feels it really helps him build the connections throughout the club, not just obviously with the people he sees every day, but he wants to build those connections with the people that are at the younger age groups as well. Because then obviously you get to know the coaches, and then you can have that conversation, the feedback on some of the younger players and how they're developing as well. Because obviously they're the future of the club at the end of the day.
I do agree with you. I do agree with you 100%, Stephen. And like I said, it creates some kind of a bond because all they do, they come in and train, and after that, everybody goes back home. So
Mm-hmm.
he's trying to create some kind of a unity between these players. So that's what we have. We've said right now for you. We're still getting into it. If you're just joining us on YouTube or whichever platform you see this video from, we have discussed Mauricio. We have discussed Mauricio Pochettino's press conference, questions that were being asked, an injury situation with the club. And as Steven said earlier on, the club is carrying almost about 11 injuries right now. The first team goalkeeper will be out for a couple weeks. We don't know. And apparently, there's been rumors surrounding the Blues social media platforms that Chelsea are developing strong interest in Ramsdale, an Arsenal second goalkeeper, as it is apparently. That's what he is right now. So, and also another rumors that came out that Ivan Toney might be suitable to move to Arsenal. It's not that clear that he might move to Chelsea. So if you're a Chelsea fan, you're thinking of Ivan Toney in the January transfer window, I'll say do not put your hopes in it. Just forget about it. Maybe the club will go with what they have, and in the summer try and finish up with Victor Osimhen, or maybe they can do a that's a pre-agreement with Victor Osimhen in January, and keep him there for the rest of the season and bring him back to Chelsea or Cobham during the summer transfer window. So just like they've done with Nkuku, they did the same thing with Christian Pulisic and some other players. So, Stephen, I think we've talked about that. We're gonna talk about the return of Christopher Nkuku, Stephen. The return of Nkuku is on
Mm-hmm.
the line. What's your
Yep,
thoughts
he's
on
back.
those?
He's
Nkuku
back.
is back. Big up to I think
Oswald.
Oswald. Big up to you, Oswald, on watching us live on Twitter X. Thank you very much, Oswald, for liking the video. Thank you very much for doing that. Stephen, Nkuku is back in the picture. Could he be the missing? Is it the missing puzzle? Could he be the guy to
Missing
solve?
piece to the puzzle.
Yeah, missing piece to the puzzle. Should he be the guy that the club or the team has been missing all this while?
Um, Long term, yes. In the short term, like Poch said, like let's try to like avoid putting pressure on him.
Yeah.
In terms of he's obviously coming off of an injury, he's been out for a long period of time. So to put all that pressure and hope on him straight away, it's unfair on the man. So maybe he'll come off the bench and we'll get to see him at least have some minutes and his actual debut for the club. Maybe he won't and we'll have to wait. It doesn't really matter much. I feel like even though they're a low block, I feel like we should be able to beat them even without him having any minutes. And yeah, let's hope we do see him for a couple minutes. Ideally, we will. And yeah, I think long term, give him a few games, build up, and then you can start to see the real Nkunku that we saw when he was at Leipzig and we saw in pre-season. But to expect it like instantly, I feel like it's a bit unfair. Obviously, it'd be great if he came back and within the first couple of games he's getting a couple of goals here and there. Of course, it'd be great, but to expect it immediately, I feel like is a bit too much pressure on him coming off of a big injury.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Stephen G. Nkuku is back again, and he might be starting from the bench tomorrow because of he's coming from an injury, long-term injury. Thank you very much, Allison Hasira, watching us live on Blueclouds Media on Facebook. She is, I think, he's either he or she is a Chelsea fan and watching the channel. Guys, this is what we've talked so far, and we'll be back again. We'll be looking at this injury situation surrounding the team and how many injured players do we have proud to towards the Sheffield United game. We'll look into that in a second. Welcome back again, beautiful people. We are live on Football Minutes, brought to you by Blueclouds Media. My co-host Stephen G is here with me alongside Niz Zion, and we are taking you guys through the next few minutes of a preview of a big game tomorrow. Stephen, let's look at the injury list, the number of injured players that are out so far. Like I said, if you're just joining us, wherever you're joining us from, whether you're watching us live on YouTube or you're watching us live on Twitter X, we got some numbers of our followers watching us live on X. Don't forget to drop a like on the video, and also if you're watching us live on Facebook, also YouTube. Don't forget to drop a like on the video and let us know where you're watching us from, or send your score prediction in the comment section below, and I'll take my time and read it out for you. So thank you for spending time with us on our social media platform. Steven, we're gonna look at some of the injury news, and what I have. I know Reece James is one of them. When Mauricio Pochettino talk about Reece James, his impact, and when you miss a player, a player like Reece James, and also Gigi Petrovic will also be out. Christopher Nkuku, who is coming in. Ian Maatsen, the future of Ian Maatsen was also being outlined on why he hasn't been playing that much. Steven.
Mm-hmm. About who, sorry?
The injury players in Maatsen's situation, why he hasn't played that much, and how Mauricio Pochettino trying to explain where he is coming from Burnley to the Championship to the Premier League, which is a different competition. That's one of the reasons why he hasn't been starting as many games as Chelsea fans expected him to do. But before I let Steven come in, let me see what we have here. I have my brother, I think 1207 Nadu, big up to you, my brother. So, what do you think? How many minutes will Nkuku play for? I think maximum of 25. Yes, I think it won't be nothing more than 25 to 30 minutes because he's coming from a long-term injury. You cannot expect him to play for that long of a period of time. So, Steven, injury players, and what's your thoughts on our brother's question? 1207.
Yeah, so we're missing quite a few players. Think it's 10 I've got a open Discord to find it. I sent it earlier. But Sanchez, Reece James, who was the other one? Sanchez, Reece James, Cucurella were obviously all added to it after Sunday.
Yeah.
Got it. Chalobah's still out, Chilwell's still out, Carney Chukwuemeka's still out, Wesley Fofana still out, Leslie's still out, Madueke's on there, Lavia's returned to partial team training, Nkunku's returned to full team training and could feature tomorrow, and Gusto, like Nkunku, has also returned to full team training, so I'd imagine we'll see him in the squad tomorrow, very much like Nkunku.
Okay.
So if you don't include them, we got Lavia's 1, Madueke 2, Leslie 3, Fofana 4, Carney 5, Chilwell 6, Chalobah 7, Reece 8, Cucurella 9. We got 10 players out if you don't include Gusto and Nkunku because they're in full team training. And they're likely to be in the squad tomorrow. Whereas Lavia's only impartial, so won't see him tomorrow.
So apparently you're talking about 10 to 11 players out of the
10
Chelsea team.
players from our squad are injured.
Big up to you. He said, what would be your left back? What would be our left back? If you look at the injury situation, I think Colwell will be our left back. Matson, according to report from Mauricio Pochettino, Matson is coming from the Champions League. Although he was that good, if you understand the championship, if you understand what Poch is saying, look at the team Burnley, Vincent Kompany's team. Look at how the team is playing. So you can tell that should be a little bit of truth in how Mauricio Pochettino is trying to explain the situation with Ian Matson future at the football club. It's not like he's not good, but he's trying to. He wants him to understand his style of football and the competition at which the English Premier League or the EPL provides. So he can understand. Once he understands the situation, he understands his football, definitely he's going to get game time. So it's not like, as we've said earlier in a couple of streams, that maybe he doesn't fancy him. He doesn't like his style of football. He doesn't see him as a left back player, whatever. Maybe he sees something different that we don't see. So like I said, it was gonna be because Silva will be coming back to the lineup. He will play in the left center row, center back row. Then Badishia will probably be playing the right center row with Disasi playing the right back. That's what we might see tomorrow. Steven.
Did you say Disasi at right back?
Yeah, Disasi might be right back, playing the right back role.
Maybe, but then Gusto's not been out as long as Nkunku, so I wonder if he ends up starting. I think he's only missed 2, maybe 3 games.
Disasi,
but
yeah.
That's not over a long period of time because we're in a festive period now, so it's a possibility he'll start. Don't know, depends on his fitness. But if Gusto can't start, then I'd say probably be Disasi, Silva, Badiashile, and Colwell.
All right, guys. We don't have
what
that
I
much.
will say just quickly is that
go ahead.
One of the academy left backs has been in training this week, so I wonder if he'll be in the squad as well.
All right, so guys, we don't have that much of a time, but if you have a little bit of time, you want to come on and have your say. The platform is created for each and every one of you, wherever you're watching us from, whether Twitter, X, you can click on the link to bring you to our channel, our platform here. If you want to discuss some of the issues and how it can be solved, if you have answers to some of Chelsea FC's problem, please do me a favor. You can click on it and come on the show and have a say. If also, please do not forget to subscribe to the channel. It's very, very important. Or like the video if you've already subscribed. Like the video so we can grow this community that we're trying to grow. My brother 207 said it's becoming an injury FC. Pathetic. Our medical is poor, not that professional as we had before bullies take over.
Okay, let's quickly touch on this, right? Do you want to go first?
Ahead. Yeah, go ahead, Steven. I was going to explain probably the same thing you're also going to explain. So go ahead.
Okay. So we had a lot of injuries before they came in. We had issues there. They looked at it. They thought maybe we need to change something. Okay, they've tried it. Nothing wrong with that. We're still getting injuries. Again, nothing that can really be done about that. This is something that, like, it's not really in your control. Another issue with that is that the medical team can't prevent injuries.
Okay.
They can't. Your physios can't prevent a player getting injured. They treat the injury, but they can't prevent the injury. So there's only so much they can do. Another thing is we had injuries before they came in as well as after they've come in, because when you're changing managers regularly, the training demands differ per system, per manager. Every manager has a different system, and every manager requires different demands in training and in games in terms of intensity. And that's why you get so many injuries, because the players have to adapt to the new style regularly because you're constantly chopping and changing managers. But yeah, that's where I was going with it.
And I was also going to say that comparing what we have previously and what we have now, I would say what we have now is much more better. But some of the players are very new. Some are young. It will take them to adapt to the nature of the Premier League. Some hasn't still adapt to the culture of the English game yet. They're still yet to understand it. It will take time. Compare if some of us might not know the situation where Gola Conte went through. Some other players were given pills to go through games, which we don't give them time
Or
for these
injection.
players to or injection and pills injection for these players to go play through certain games. So when that happened, we are forcing them to come back and start another game. Then they get injured again. If you guys remember, anytime Kante recovers, get back to the pitch, started playing, then the following game he goes again because he was playing through pain. He was playing through injections. That is not good for a player. That is why during the Mauricio Pochettino's era, he's been a footballer before. He's playing the highest level. He even scored against England in the World Cup. Stephen, I stand a point of correction. Is that right? Or either he scored a goal or
I'm
something like
unsure.
that.
I'm not certain on that.
Yeah,
I would have to check.
he played in the highest level, so he understands how the footballer's body needs to recover and all that kind of stuff. So I think that he is trying to be very very cautious on how they bring their players uh, in all the time. So let's give them a chance. Things will get better. This second season since Bolly took over, so we don't have to, destroy them, but we have to protect them. Remember, they're going to be here for a long time. They're not going anywhere. They're businessmen and they will succeed. They will succeed. You know what I'm saying? So I want to love you forever. Thank you very much for joining the show and then also having a say. He says, I think she comment on someone's. I can barely say this name. Erickson. Okay, Magdalena Erickson suffered a broken metatarsal in her left foot on Tuesday UEFA Champions League game. Yes. She underwent surgery on Friday morning and is expected to be on sideline for several weeks to recover. Yes, thank you very much. I want to love you for these wonderful news you're sharing with us on the platform. Yes, Mandalina Erickson went down. Yeah, I can barely even say the kind of injury that she went through, but I've heard it many times. I didn't read through it, so I struggled to say it.
You know, in your hands, because you've said on here before, like you'd unbox and stuff. You know, you got carpals and metacarpals.
Metacarpals in your hand.
In your foot, instead of carpals, it's tarsals. So you got tarsals and metatarsals. So the hand is carpals, metacarpals. The foot is tarsals, metatarsals.
Okay.
She broke her metatarsal in her foot.
Well, guys, if you don't know, my co-host Steven is on his way to become a physiotherapist, so he knows much more about the human body than I do. So yeah, that's why I have him on this platform all the time. When we go through a lot of injuries, he coming on the platform outline some of these injuries for me. I'm a lucky man. You go having a, would I say a rookie, physio on my platform, it's a blessing. It's a blessing to me. So 1207 said, what do you think, which position will we finish this season? I think I have someone here. Do I have what do you think, which position will we finish this season? Out it's very, very difficult. It's hard to tell how is Chelsea playing. It's very, very difficult. We still got a lot of games to go. But I'll say maybe in the top six. That's what I'm gonna say. Chelsea can push you top six or top five, and be able to qualify for Europa Champions League. Europa. That's what I want to see. I want the team to start from that level of a competition, and once they're able to win it, then the confidence, we can tell Mauricio Pochettino is becoming successful. Although you're winning the Europa, he has a chance to be able to win the Champions League because he has to get that experience first with his players. Because him himself, he hasn't won that competition before. He can win it. He can win it with Chelsea. That the history is right there. That a lot, Di Matteo won the first Champions League for Chelsea. With that, he doesn't have that much experience, but he was able to do it because of the crop of players that we have, and they understand the terrain of Chelsea FC's history. So these
and
players
also
can
he didn't change much from the tactics we had been using under Villas-Boas either. So he didn't come in and he didn't change it mid-season. He kept it pretty much the same.
Just tell the players, go and express yourself, that kind of a thing.
Pretty much.
Yeah. So
the players knew what they had to do.
Right. We can do it. Thank you guys for watching. We still got five of us watching live on YouTube, and also I think 2 watching live on X. So thank you very much for anyone that is watching live on Twitter X. We appreciate it. We're gonna move on from there. Steven, we're gonna look at the predicted lineup as we've seen on the screen. Nkuku is in there, but because he's not going to start the game tomorrow, he might be coming from the bench. So we might not see Nkuku in this predicted lineup. Petrovic is in. We haven't seen much from Petrovic. We might see him starting tomorrow.
Well, he is starting. 100% he's starting because Sanchez is out for a few weeks. So Petrovic, the massive Serbian, it's time for him to step up. Show us what you're made of. Show us why you got bought by us, and show us why you should be the number 1 keeper. Make a claim for that spot.
All right. 1207 said it's becoming very difficult to predict Chelsea. You're doing draw with Man City, losing other easy fixtures, and compared to top sides. Very difficult. Like you said, very difficult to predict Chelsea each and every day. You don't know what kind of Chelsea is going to turn up against Sheffield United. We never knew that Chelsea was going to play that good against Manchester City. And even we didn't know how good they were going to perform against Arsenal and Liverpool, but they did very, very well. So it's very difficult to predict, just like you said. And I do agree with you. Steven, if you look at this predicted lineup, Petrovic in goals because Sanchez is out for a couple of weeks. Cowell on the left-hand side. Silva playing a center left back. Badishir playing a center right back. Then we have Disasi playing at the right back situation. My friend over here said that Disasi is lacking pace. We have Enzo and Caicedo playing the pivot. And then we have Sterling, Gallagher, Palmer in the midfield with Jackson as a striker. Do you have any concern with this predicted lineup?
No, that's basic. That's what I predicted earlier. In my server, I've got a channel for predicted lineups, and that's what I put in there as well because obviously we knew the Sanchez injury, and then we knew that Gusto may not play, so I did one of if Gusto plays on one if he didn't. The simple change was if Gusto plays, you put Disasi in for Silva, so it'd be Gusto, Disasi, Badiashile, Colwell. If Gusto isn't fit, it's exactly what that is there of Disasi, Silva, Badiashile, and Colwell. The only thing I would say is I'm switching Silva and Badiashile because Silva, whilst he can play left centre back, he's right-footed, and I want him to be on the right side, and I want Badiashile, who's left-footed, to be on the left side.
Yeah. All right. Thank you very much, Adelina Dino, watching us live on Blue Clouds Media on Facebook. Thank you very much for being part of the show today. And also thank you very much, 1207, for being spending time with us on the show. I want to see more of you on the channel, guys. I want to see more of you on the channel. And I'm trying to build a very, very big community. So once after every game, I can go live with you and you guys can come on the show and have your say regardless on what the scoreline is. So I'm very, very happy to see you guys on the show and also being part of the show, sharing your comments in the comment section below. Bring them in. You don't have to pay a dime or a penny for me to read your comments for you, or not even super chats. They're free. Send your comments in and we'll read them for you. But Steven, thank you very much. Big up to you. Mo, I'm not so sure of your time tomorrow, but I need to talk to you regarding the other day what I talked to you about. So I have that in mind. Either tomorrow on Sunday I was going to get hold of you, but look how lucky I am. You even pop out on the screen. We could see 3-4-3 formation. Most said 3-4-3 formation. Steven, do you see a 3-4-3 formation if Nkuku is not starting? We could see a 3-4-3 formation if Nkuku comes in. I hope that makes sense.
Without
Steven.
him, I just don't see it happening.
Without him or with him on the pitch?
We could do it without him. We could do it with him. I just don't see it happening.
Okay.
Because then the issue is, say Gusto doesn't start, right? We're then having to play, say it's a 3-4-3. You're then having to play wingers on the wings, but you're also having to play wingers as your wing backs as well. So you essentially have to use 4 wingers, or maybe you've got a midfielder who you feel can do one of the wide positions. But yeah, I don't see it happening because of who we got available.
Thank you very much. I want to love you forever for sharing this image with us. I really appreciate it. She shared the image of Magdalena Eriksson's injury with us. I hope I can find it so I can put that on the screen.
Oh, is this one from the hospital bed post surgery?
Yeah. She just shared that with me. Yeah, I think I have it here. Thank you very much. I want to love you forever. I think she's doing very, very well. She's doing very, very well. So okay, we're gonna move on. Steven is trying to tactical man here. He's Mauricio Pochettino's assistant. All right, 1207 said it will become a big community for sure. Just be consistent. Absolutely, we do streams every day. It's just that sometimes when we got something to do, the time shift from either morning or evening once in a while. But thank you very much for your spending the time with us. He said I think it will be 4-3-3. Yes, 4-3-3, 4-3-3.
It'd be almost like a hybrid between a 4-2-3-1 and a 4-3-3. At times, you'll see Caicedo be like a lone 6, and then you'll have like Enzo and Gallagher further ahead. We've seen it a few times this season where it becomes essentially a 4-3-3.
I think
I saw Caicedo moves to be the deepest, and then you've got both Gallagher and Enzo slightly further forward.
I saw that too during the preseason when Nkuku, I think the game that Nkuku got injured, I saw that also on the pitch, the 4-3-3 formation. But then they do change the formation periodically. I don't know when. And when they switch between, you can see Palmer going on the left-hand side, Ryan Sterling moving on the right-hand side, and that kind of thing. So all I need, whatever formation they play on the pitch, is just they have to come up with a win, Steven. They have to come up with a win. They have to come up with a win.
Oh, the other thing I would say is I didn't notice that they had Jackson up top. I'd put Broja there.
Okay. Jackson up top, you put Broja. Oh, okay. I don't know why it's still Jackson, but let's see. Still, you can tell Mauricio Pochettino have some belief in Jackson, and he think that he still need time, and with time he will develop and become better. All right, so we'll look at that one. We're gonna look at head to head. head-to-head on these two teams. Apparently, they've played 10 times, and it looks close, Stephen. It looks close. Only registering only one draw. Chelsea have won 3 at home and 2 away, with Sheffield United have won 3 at home and 1 away. Registering
I
4
think the
wins.
one draw was at Sheffield United. I think it was a 1-1 at their ground.
Yeah.
It was a 2-2 at Stamford Bridge. I stand corrected.
Two all at Stamford Bridge, but registering 4 wins. Chelsea registering 5 wins in all head-to-head. But recent meeting, Chelsea beat Sheffield United at his home ground. Then Chelsea also beat Sheffield United 4-1 at Stamford Bridge. That was
The
Saturday,
important
11th
factors for that, by the way.
July 2020. Go ahead, Steven.
The important factors for that are the last few, they had Chris Wilder in charge then. Obviously, different teams entirely.
Okay.
But they did have Chris Wilder in charge for the last 2 to 4 games we played against them.
So at the period when they have Chris Wilder, Chelsea have the upper hand over Sheffield United. You can see from here. And also they beat Chelsea 3-0. That was in August 31st, 2019.
I think we had a red card that game.
It could be. 3-0, that's very hefty.
That would have been COVID. If it's July 2020 would have been COVID.
Yeah, COVID. So
no, we didn't have a red. So I wonder what happened. I can't remember.
Let me click on it and see the 3-0.
But I know it was COVID.
Yeah, there was no red card. It was a yellow card from George Boldick. And I remember, this guy is destroying. All right. So I remember
that explains it. I've just seen what our lineup was. Yep, that explains a lot.
I remember that game. Marcus Alonso, them all was in the game. All these guys were in the game.
Mm-hmm. I've just seen the lineup. That explains.
All right, guys. The link is right there. We don't have that much time. We probably have the next. Will be next time 9 minutes, 15 minutes of streaming. That's all we have for now. And big up to you, CFC. I think he's watching us live on Twitter X. Thank you very much for joining the platform on Twitter X and liking the video. You can also join us here on YouTube and also subscribe to the channel. If you're always on YouTube, you can subscribe to our channel on YouTube. Big up to I123 Love You Forever. Should I share it with you? Check it out. Okay, Discord message. Okay, Erickson said she was awake and feeling good after a successful surgery. Now the road back to recovery. Okay, on the road back to recovery. Big up to my big man over here. I don't think her head-to-head stats means a lot.
Not massively, but it's a nice thing to touch on. You can look at how things have shaped out under different managers and different lineups and stuff.
Yep,
it's a nice point to sort of touch on briefly. It's not significant. It's just a fact that what I was pointing out is that at that time when they were in the Prem, they did have Chris Wilder at that time. That was more my point for touching on it.
Mo, thank you very much. I know head to head doesn't really count. It's just like statistics. Mourinho will tell you he doesn't dwell. He's not really interested in statistics. I think that's something that they belong to history. He doesn't. He wants to see what is going on the pitch right now. Forget about statistics. he doesn't emphasize on statistics. 1207 said it's Chelsea, man. Anything is possible here. Absolutely. Thank you, guys. I think if no one, if you guys don't have time to join it, we might do some other time. Next time we might get on. Mo, thank you very much for joining us here. On the show. 1207. Then we're gonna do with the predicted scoreline. Steven, go ahead. Then we can do with the predicted scoreline. We got 6 more minutes to end the stream.
Okay. Just quick. I don't know if it's this week or this game week or the next one.
Okay.
It's within the next 2 or 3 game weeks. There's going to be the first female referee in the Premier League.
Yeah, we have.
And there's going to be the first black referee in the Premier League for 15 years and the second ever. Only the second ever. That's mad, right? Only the
that's
second
mad.
ever black referee in the first
Black
one for
referee.
15 years in the Prem.
Yeah, it's not fine. It's not okay. It's just like the what do you call it? The American football. American
Mhm.
football for a long time you're never gonna see a black person being a quarterback. It was never. It was just
Yeah.
recently they changed that law.
Well,
Recent,
not a lot. It was
no,
just
not a
like
law.
a stereotype type thing,
Yeah,
wasn't it?
yeah,
But I think even last night in the NFL, I think it was something like the first like all like BAME background officials, including about 3 female officials in the Chargers game, Raiders.
yeah. I saw
So
the
it's
female official
very
running the pitch.
much going around sports right now.
Yeah. So yeah, things are up. Things are shaping its way in a better way, the way everyone wants it. I mean, I can't believe how long the Premier League have existed, have come to life in the English soil, and we're gonna have a first black official and a first. I mean, with a woman, you should understand that the women game were not something that was really there. Now that they're
Mhm.
introducing it, and now it's becoming more popular in the face of a lot of people. And I'm one of the people that supports women football a lot. So I love it. I love it. I watch it all the time. But look, it's sometimes you should ask yourself, why should it take that long to have black officials, to have a black
Mhm.
referee in the Premier League? That is enough. It's just like you wouldn't see uh, um, black managers. And I've read a whole lot and I've listened to a whole lot because someone will say they don't apply. They do apply. And I read an article from Paul East and then also the Liverpool legend, black
John
legend
Barnes.
George Barnes also. They said they do apply, but most of the time, let's say Paul Ince and Jose Mourinho, or maybe Paul Ince and
Mhm. Well,
uh,
wasn't it Sol Campbell? I think he was one of the people that came out and he had to start down in like League Two, League One. And he
yeah.
was saying, like, you look at Steven Gerrard. I think it was him that was saying it, or it was someone talking about his situation, but not actually Sol Campbell himself. But essentially, like, you look at Sol Campbell started League One, League Two, but then you got like Gerrard like going to like Rangers, for example, Lampard getting a job at Derby. Like, it don't look right in terms of it looks like they're not getting a fair shot, basically.
All right. Yeah, I do agree with you. There was this manager in Championship last season. He was doing very, very well. I don't know if the same name that is in my head right now is the guy I'm talking about. His name is, I think, Darren Moore or Darren Moore. If Stephen, if you're aware of this manager, black tall guy, very
The
big.
one that was at QPR.
QPR, was it QP Darren Moore? No,
Yeah, I'm sure he was at QPR.
yeah, he did very, very well, and I think they fired him. They fired him. He did very, very well, and he ended up getting fired for no good reason.
I'm checking now.
And I've seen Chris Houston also. Chris Houston, was he with Brighton, Stephen? Chris Houston,
Um,
either Brighton or Sheffield United or
Darren
one of them.
Moore, I believe, is now the Huddersfield manager. By the way,
Huddersfield, yeah, it's Huddersfield. I think it was in QPR. I think Huddersfield, but
yeah, he's at Huddersfield now. But oh no, it wasn't QPR. He was manager of. I got the wrong one. But for some reason, I thought QPR. But no, he's managed a few teams. He's managed West Brom for a period of time, Doncaster Rovers, Sheffield Wednesday, and now he's at
now
Huddersfield Town. Darren
look
Moore.
at
So
Patrick Vieira. Look at Patrick Vieira. He
they're
did a
all
very good
pretty much
job.
championship clubs.
Yeah, Patrick
I
Vieira also
think
the same
at the
thing.
time of him being manager, they're all championship jobs,
Company.
except Doncaster.
Company is lucky. The reason why I'm saying Company is lucky is because of what he did and
Mhm.
promoted them to the Champions League. I mean, to the Premier League. Other than that, he would have been fired by now
But
because
at the same time, I think part of the appeal of him was that he went obviously back to his home country of Belgium and he done a pretty solid job over there.
yeah,
So he had like evidence he can go, this isn't my first job. I've done this, I've done this, I've done this, and he can like lay out what he's done at other jobs.
I agree.
Whereas some of them I don't think have had that experience. But the whole point for me saying about the experience thing is, but Lampard wasn't an experienced manager and he got the Derby job. So do you see what I mean?
Yeah.
So
Thank
it's
you.
not like I'm saying not having experience is an excuse. I'm saying that would have worked in his favor, because then you can't just like push him to the side, because he's literally gone out there, he's done a job, he's got the experience.
All right. So thank you very much, Gabby Weezy. Thank you very much for watching the show on Twitter X. Really appreciate it. Follow us if you have not following. If you have never followed the channel, follow us. And also you can join our platform on YouTube. We're also live on YouTube and be part of our community. You can subscribe to it. I want to acknowledge each and every one of you that have been part of the show today. Steven, last thing is predicted scoreline. I'm going Chelsea 3, Sheffield United 0.
A narrow Chelsea victory.
Chelsea 3, Sheffield 0. You said a narrow Chelsea victory?
Yeah, probably Chelsea by 1.
I'm telling you, Chelsea will be surprising a lot of people. They'll be banging in the goals again. Nicholas Jackson will get a brace. I have the Jackson brace on my phone. So when we come back again for the review, I know what I said. And I hope that it come true. Big man, Mo said 1-1 draw. Unfortunately, he's going in for a draw. I hope that I'm not hoping. I can see that there's going to be good news for the Blues tomorrow. Mo, I hope you come back again, Mo. I'm telling you are wrong. Today you're wrong. 1-1, cancel it. 3-1 Chelsea. 3-0 Chelsea. Trust me on that. Chelsea is going to keep a clean sheet. Good job for Petrovic. Georgi Petrovic. He's keeping a clean sheet tomorrow. And then he'll become our keeper for the rest of the season. You keep Sanchez on the side. Even though he's ready, fully recovered, he's not going to be in the goalpost anymore. Georgi Petrovic is the new guy that we have to keep in our head. All right, so guys, thank you very much for being here. Mo said, I pray that I'm wrong. Mo, thank you very much. Enjoy the rest of the evening, Stephen. Everyone enjoy the rest of the evening. We'll be back again right after the game. See you guys again. Latest rundowns, I'll say, Stephen.
Hang on to hope.
Absolutely. Hang on to hope. And guys, do not forget to subscribe and like the video and join our community as we keep growing. It takes time. It takes time for the room to be built. The same thing it took time for France to build that Eiffel Tower. So yes, it will take time for Blueclouds Media to hit 1 million subscribers. Do not worry about it. But you and I join together, we'll make it. Thank you. We'll see you another time tomorrow. Bye-bye. What's up, guys? Welcome back to Blueclouds TV.